All right, in this video, we're going to be looking at all of the great ways that we can take the human connection experience, the conversation protocols that we already use, and pair those with AI in a way that's going to amplify student conversations and deepen learning. All right, crew, we're starting off here in Google Gemini, and I just dropped the question to Gemini that said, give me 30 discussion or conversation strategies that get students talking and conversing with each other in class. And most teachers have used some of these at some point in their career. These are tried and true classics, right? So we know that great discussion is where meaning making can happen for kids. It's also where they can stretch their original schema on a particular topic into a much bigger one by bringing in ideas from others. So the concept of this video is really that we want to take these great tried and true and tested strategies and think about ways that AI can actually amplify those experiences that we have. So these 30 ideas are pretty straightforward. We'll just start with think, pair, share. So let's think about think, pair, share. The think is a really great component to this, right? Like, so they formed their original idea around a topic. Now, what we sometimes see when kids are doing this, they don't have enough context on whatever that topic is to be able to offer a whole lot of meaningful things into that conversation. It is a great spot to process. But what would it look like to shift that to a prompt think, pair, share, right? So, like, or a think, prompt, pair, share, or even a think, pair, share prompt. So the idea behind this being that at some point in their thinking process, we can allow them to engage with AI, to ask questions, to put their ideas, expand on their original thinking a little bit, and then have a little bit more to bring into the conversation. This is especially helpful in the concept of just content learning. So with all these, I'd love for you to go through this list of great things that kids can do to be discussing and think about what would it look like if they front loaded some of their learning with a conversation with AI, or what would it look like if during that conversation they as a team have a chance to either debate with AI on the topic. Or what would it look like if AI played a certain persona or a certain role, right? So we could bring a character from the book in to become a part of whatever that conversation is, or we could bring the author of a book in, or a historical figure or anyone. So because AI can take on so many personas, it offers a really unique lens on these conversations. We can bring unique perspective that would have been otherwise impossible into the conversations that we are doing. So this human connection plus AI experiences is really just a helpful tool that can let you think through this process, right? So if I'm typically just going to use a think, pair, share, what might that look like to add AI into the protocol? And this just gives some strategies. But honestly, just taking a moment to stop and say, hey, we're about to engage in conversation. How can my students engage in conversation with AI to either expand their perspective, grow their content knowledge, grow their skills on a particular thing before they get into said conversation or during said conversation? So all of these are really useful strategies, and this particular tool should be helpful in helping you think through that. Second thing I wanted to show you in this in Google Gemini is that they have a feature called custom gems. So these gems are basically like pre-recorded resources that are going to allow you to give custom instructions. I'm going to show you one in particular because it's a really easy way to generate different personas for conversations. So I'm going to click edit here and you'll be able to see. For this particular one, I just had AI help me generate a list of 50 different relevant personas that could be used in like a town hall meeting or school board meeting. And I just tell the AI, hey, you're a persona writer. Every time you're used, you should generate a paragraph of background info for the person, 3 things they're excited about related to our topic, 3 things they're cautious about related to our topic, and any big ideas they want to communicate. So When I give instructions to a gym, it is like giving a custom tool, custom AI tool that is able to be super useful to you. So, another strategy for pairing AI is you can literally use it to pass out different personas or perspectives to your kids as well, which is kind of a fun thought. So, let's see what this looks like in use. So, when I click in to utilize this persona generator and click the submit button, each time a kid did this, it would give them a different role to play in a conversation, right? So, personas can be a great way to expand thinking. It also gives some background or content knowledge. The other great thing about those custom gyms and custom chatbots in Magic School is that you can seed some big thinking that you want to have as a part of that. You can add that to the knowledge base. So, custom gyms can be a way that you actually pass out really detailed personas that you would never have time to write. Like I couldn't write 30 of these out, but I can make a chat bot that does that for me. And then it opens up a world of different conversational opportunities. So my nudge being, don't just think about like, oh, could they generically use AI? You can also ask yourself the question, could I create a custom AI resource for my kids that's really going to amplify this conversation? Personas are a great way to do that. It's also really useful to have like a front loading tool. So I've seen custom gyms where someone makes a, hey, kids are going to give you a topic. They're going to tell you their hobby, create a custom summary that integrates the topic learning with analogies to the hobby that they have. And then it creates a really personalized learning tool for kids. And they could use that. And then the conversation could all be all about them sharing a part of what their interest is, making some analogies and explaining their analogies based on their interests to other people. It's a great way to shift the conversation from just content to also sharing a little bit about themselves and building meaningful relationships in the classroom. Hope that this is helpful. Lots of cool ways that you can integrate AI and human connection.